we just saw the Milwaukee Bucks win their first game of the NBA Finals tonight. You know what I'm saying? This is after the Phoenix Suns went up 2-0 in Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Looking very dominant out there in Phoenix. But the Milwaukee Bucks, you know what I'm saying, back on their home floor, did get it done tonight behind another monster performance from Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Bad game from D Book. You know what I'm saying? And really, Milwaukee did what they were supposed to do at home. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
And Phoenix did what they were supposed to do when they were at home. But in the midst of those games in Phoenix, you know what I'm saying, Devin Booker kind of made some news and really got folks thinking, because he said that CP3 is the best leader in the history of the NBA ever. He's the best leader ever. You know, and that caught some folks off guard, or it made some people feel some type of way, because for years now people have been saying that Bron is the best leader in the NBA. That Bron makes everybody better, and you know what I'm saying, he's a much better leader than guys like Mike or Kobe, because he's not, you know what I'm saying, so brutal to his teammates and things of that nature.
Right.
So that's why I just wanted to simply pose the question. I ain't even gonna go ever.
Simply
because
pose.
if we went ever, that means we got to go back to a lot of motherfuckers that we didn't see do it, like the great Bill Russell. We had to go back to all those guys from the 70s. You go back to Magic Johnson in the 80s and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm talking about? I just want to talk about right now.
Right.
As the old folks say, right now. Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got? Better leader? LeBron Raymond James Sr. or Christopher Paul? Why that man drop his head?
So you dropped this in the group text.
I did.
And I'm sitting there going, how do I spin it? How do I make it right? How do I bring it home for the people? Because you're talking about, this is almost one of those situations where it's kind of like rich dad, poor dad. Or
okay, come on with it. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Let's go. I'm trying to say how you going. What you gonna put on that? You gave me some bone. Let me see what flesh you gonna put on that.
I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you one. This is okay. Devoid of the fact that I know millions of people are gonna say LeBron, and I know that a lot of people are not gonna say LeBron, because that's just LeBron just receives hate.
He's polarized.
To that level. He's polarized. Okay, got it. But here's what I question. I watched CP3 take the Oklahoma City Thunder last year, a team that can't nobody name players outside of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and that's just being a basketball head. You might give me Steven Adams, or you might give me Lou Dort, but I can't give you nobody else off that team.
Yeah, it's Schroeder last year.
Who? You know the guy that rejected the money in LA?
You ain't bringing that part up.
But T. I just wanted to just.
Well, I don't want to go into that, T, for my mental health.
There you go, throwing that out.
We're not mentioning Lakers or Packers, okay? None of that now.
So don't touch Packers either.
Don't touch that either for my mental health.
Okay. This is all I'm going to say. CP3 ain't missed playoffs in a long time. LeBron has. Recently, I get it. And when he did not miss it, he had some boys next to him. He's always had some boys next to him. Like, let's just do this. You take the Miami years. I ain't even gonna let you start with the early Cleveland years. I'm gonna just start you at Miami, Cleveland on the second take,
mm-hmm.
in LA.
Mm-hmm.
You get all them guys together. You form them up. The boys, the boys. Now, I ain't talking about the role guys. I'm talking about the boys.
Mm-hmm.
And then you run them up and rank them up behind what CP3 had. When you gonna start naming guys that fuck with Chris Paul, that play with Chris Paul? You might give me Harden.
Oh yeah.
You probably give me Harden. I
Oh
get
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
But then after that, what you got?
All right. So before I get to depending on taste, somebody gonna take somebody gonna take James or D Wade.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot about Anthony Davis. Shit.
That's why I threw that softball. See, that was that softball. I threw that softball out there.
We know them the top three.
Yeah.
Them the top three. Okay. So
Okay.
once you get outside of that, you basically asking who teammates up next.
Kyrie.
Bron got 2 of the first 3 teammates.
Right.
So I agree with you on that.
Mm.
Then you get into the you got to take Kyrie over Blake Griffin, right?
For sure.
Okay.
No doubt. Even though they teammates, I get it. For sure.
What does Chris fit in this? Where does Kevin fit in this?
Chris Bosh, Kevin. Who would you take of them two?
But them both Bron boys, so you got to take both of them over DJ, right?
Yeah.
Try to think who
is Bosh a Hall of Famer yet?
He should.
He on his way.
Bosh going.
He got to
Bosh
go.
Bosh.
I mean, they let everybody in.
Bosh got a lot of all-stars. Bosh got a lot of all-stars. Folks sleeping. Bosh got a lot of all-stars, and he got 2 ships?
Got 2.
Yeah, he gone. He going.
All right. Church open the doors. Got it.
He definitely going.
All right. Now, so right now, you really said a lot about LeBron before you said a lot about what CP3 that had over the years.
Well, now you get the Book and Aiden. Who you got? Prime Griffin or Book?
That's not fair. Skill sets way too different.
Just impact.
Oh, you already know it would be Book simply because the people say he the next Kobe. Everybody done started telling you he next Bean.
And they got to
slow down. They got to slow down with that.
They got to slow down with that a little bit.
They do.
They got to slow down with that shit.
Stephen
A. Smith, slow down with that shit now. The boy is a Kobe apostle. We'll slow down a little bit.
It's also good for the simple fact that coming into the season, I can drum you up another name to make you come watch. That's what the NBA is so good at.
Mm-hmm.
Is I can give you another name. Devin Booker, household name, NBA MVP. Let's just say if Phoenix closed the deal. Now it's like, who this Devin Booker boy you? So your casual fan, your fan that don't really just watch, he or she is like, well, yeah, fine looking young man, because you got the ladies out there that watch basketball for what it is.
Right.
And she, well, let's just say she, because there's a lot of she's. Because like my aunt back in the day, she would watch Jordan. She just loved Jordan for what Jordan just did athletically. And she would get all crunk up about it. She couldn't tell you no stats. She couldn't tell you nothing else. All she knew was Jordan could just put that ball in that cup. That's it.
My mama fucked with Zeke. My mama thought Zeke was the sexiest motherfucker out there.
Man, come on now. Hold on. I ain't know that. That's new news.
I'm gonna fuck with Zeke now. Talking about Isaiah Thomas, people, but T, you ain't gave him a name yet. I see what you said.
CP3. I'm gonna just tell you, it's CP3. Better leader.
You know JoJo gonna be hot with you behind that now.
And
I think, and I just texted him. I don't know though, because he going stupid hard right now for CP3. But also Bron is his boy. So I think this question puts people in a tough bind.
No, it don't. It don't put me in no bind.
See there?
I'm gonna tell you why it don't put me in no bind. Because this is what it is. Yes, I slapped my computer screen. This is what it is. CP3 has never had any luxuries in this league. The one luxury he may have had, the league blocked him.
See,
I'm talking to a man that knows what I'm talking about.
You don't have to do that.
No, I'm just saying. He never has had any luxuries. Small market.
America, if y'all don't know what he's talking about, he's talking about when Chris Paul was supposed to come to the Lakers and David Stern blocked the damn trade, talking about that it was imbalanced and all that kind of shit. The league slicked on the Pelicans at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Or Hornets. They were still the Hornets then or something.
Same thing.
But
yep. And that's what I'm saying.
Now, somebody in the comment section gonna say, well, he did had James Harden that team. They gonna say that's a luxury. I'm just saying they gonna say that's
what James Harden at today. Before the Eastern Conference Final, what James Harden at?
They were up in that series till CP3 hurt himself. See, okay. Maybe and you are a historian of the game. Clear something up for me now. Okay. I gotta go back and do some research on this.
Mm-hmm.
CP3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of CP3.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, based on what I remember,
mm-hmm.
all these flame outs that folks claim CP3 had in the playoffs, in my mind, it's been due to somebody getting nicked up, whether it's him or one of his top 3 guys.
Right.
You know, like one of the guys that's supposed to be his co-stars.
Right.
Whether is either CP get hurt or Blake get hurt, or he come over here to Houston, they up on Golden State, he get hurt. You know what I'm talking about? Like it was always something where he had a key guy go down. That's what I remember. Am I wrong? Are there times that CP should have won and he just choked?
I can't remember that. But let's just define CP3 for what he is.
Okay.
CP3 is not Wardell Stephen Curry when it comes to marksmanship.
But that boy can shoot that.
He can shoot.
Ain't nobody stealth though.
All right.
Ain't nobody stealth now.
But we know where the comparison will start in today's game.
Okay.
It's gonna start with Wardell.
Okay.
Now, he might be the essential, the cream of the crop when it comes to playmaking. You might go say CP3 is a playmaker. Okay, cool. Do we see him as a vastly superior defensive guy?
To Steph?
Not necessarily to Steph, but I'm just saying, like, it's kind of like they nitpick. They look at CP3 and they go, okay, well, you ain't Wardell when it comes to marksmanship. Pass. Nothing's really sexy about your game. Because I don't know how many people look at CP3 and go, his game is sexy in today's NBA. Because we're talking about a guy that's 36, right? 36 years old. And he's had to reinvent himself. So, do we see him as an elite defender? Do we call CP3 an elite defender?
Hell yeah. He made all defensive team shit most of his career.
But how many times though?
Like most of his career.
Well, 9 times. 9 times defensive player of the year.
Yeah, that's most of his career. He's in year 16, so the majority of his career.
Okay.
He's been an all defensive team guy.
6 times steel champ, 11 time all-star,
and that's what that's leadership. So that's what I'm saying. Somebody can check me on the flame outs or whatever happened in these playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's injuries. That's what I got registered here. In my eyes,
no, it's being a part of the Clippers.
No, this is what I'm saying. Getting back to what we're saying about who the better leader, him or Brun.
Okay.
People were slurping Chris Paul right now because he made it to the finals. I've been saying Chris Paul nice. Chris Paul, nice. I've been saying Chris Paul a great leader. I've been saying he's a great floor general. You know what I'm saying? They'll throw up what he won. But we talking leadership.
Right.
Bron is a better player than Chris Paul. But Bron also 6'9", 297 pounds.
Why you keep upping his weight?
What?
No, don't what. Why you keep upping his weight?
That's a big ass boy.
1 minute he was 270. Now he 283. Now today he 297. What we doing?
It's the off season. It's the off season, like
okay,
J. Cole.
I got you, J. Cole. I got
so that's a big ass motherfucker, and Chris Paul 6 feet tall. You know what I'm talking about? So, okay, he not a better player than LeBron James. But when it comes to leadership, this boy is so demanding of his teammates. You got Aiden out there talking about how this man and coached him up on the floor and shit like that and got the best out of him. We talked about the Devin Booker quote. You know what I'm saying? They keep saying, well, he can got into it with teammates and need various stops. But look at the teammates he got into it with. He didn't got into it with Blake Griffin. Do we
can't accept the fact that he could be elevated? He don't want to be elevated.
That's what I was about to say. Blake ain't one of them guys. Blake this year with the Nets, I think, in my opinion, Blake with the Nets finally got like where he wanted to be. Like
he don't want to be a boy.
He wanted to be like one. Yeah, Blake didn't ever want to. Like he used to be like wildly athletic and all that kind of shit. But Blake never came off as I want to be the guy on the championship team. They say he got into it with James. Well, you know what James down there in that system in Houston, James did what he wanted. Hell, Russ went down there and got into it with James because of what the fuck what James was doing. And that's the homie.
Nah, it's supposed to be.
Well, it was supposed to be the homie.
I don't know what that is.
You know what I'm saying? So we've seen this, you know what I'm talking about? And now Bron is a great leader. I will give the brother. And I will talk about early Bron. Early Bron, that first Cavaliers run Bron, I was a Bron fan.
Okay. I'm with you.
Bron had the camaraderie. He kept things fun with them guys. Bron was guarding. Bron was scoring. He was assisting the basketball. Bron was incredible.
I'm with you.
Bron went to Miami.
Yep.
And then it seemed like Bron still was the best player, but everything I watched, on the podcast with folks talking about them days, it seemed like other guys were the leaders. D Wade was the leader, and Udonis Haslam showing the leadership, you know what I'm talking about, and really schooling Bron on some stuff. That Bron goes back to Cleveland, of course, yeah, he's the unquestioned leader. Because who else was gonna lead? Because Kevin Love ain't like that. Kyrie ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Then you come over here to LA, my team, and I got some questionable leadership things. Because Bron first year, like you mentioned, we missed the playoffs. And then we got them young boys who adored Bron, that's their idol. But it's like he was kind of throwing them under the boat, him and his team, from Shannon Sharp on TV, you know what I'm saying? Nick Wright and all these folks really going at the D-boys and Bron, his body language kind of wrong about what them boys doing. You know what I'm saying? This year, when Anthony Davis got hurt, body language just was off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like I thought we still should have had a chance in that series. So we still had like Andre Drummond.
In a lot of people's mind, the best player in the league. LeBron is still the best player in the league.
And he owned up there. But that body language was just kind of like them boys would miss a shot and he be like,
it was.
So
you imagine, okay, so let's use that. I want to use that for an argument. Granted, it might not be the best argument, or it may not be a fair argument, but could LeBron get to wait, he was almost at the Western Conference Finals with Houston? I mean with OKC. CP3 was it?
That was the first round they lost, wasn't it?
No. Okay, so he was that Western Conference Finals?
With OKC?
With OKC. So that was first round.
Yeah,
First round. Okay.
They almost beat Houston.
But could he have pulled that off with that team?
At his age? No, I don't think so. 35-year-old LeBron, no, I don't think so.
But CP3 was 35.
I know. And that's what I'm
34,
saying.
35. I mean,
I'm giving you better leader to CP3. See that what I'm saying? Bron is the better player. He's clearly the better player. But it's kind of different though. I can see CP3 being a coach in this league one day.
well, here's what I question. I guess my question is, what do his peers say?
Who that?
Between LeBron and CP3, like, what do his peers say? Because you got mixed reviews when it comes to some of his peers that have played with LeBron, Jay Crowder, Isaiah Thomas, people and such. That,
but you got the mixed review with CP3 as well, I guess.
And you do with DeAndre, you do Blake, you do. But to me, how Booker has responded, because remember now, Booker was a 1 in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
He's the 1. He's the guy. And then Chris comes in, and Booker, he didn't lose his role. He just got a guy in there that gave him a better.
But that lifted the weight off his shoulders, I think.
And true enough, and that maybe that just takes Booker knowing that that's happening for him to say, I accept that, and I'm gonna continue to do what I do.
Some guys don't want to do that,
right?
I just want to go out here. KD famously said, "I don't want to be a leader. I just want to hoop." KD said that, and that's some real ass shit. Some of these guys who are insanely talented don't really want that smoke like that. They just want to go out there and show their God-given ability, but they expect you just do what you're supposed to do, type of thing. You know what I'm talking about? But CP3 obviously is out there coaching these boys up. We've seen Bron coach guys up as well. You know what I'm saying? But if I gotta take one of these boys,
I'll take CP3, man.
I'm gonna have to take CP3. Both of them 36. You notice how these some bitches ain't there really been talking about CP3 age. But with Bron, they always throwing his age up at us.
Because it's the whole
that
it's just the dynamic.
That boy media team is extraordinary.
It's legendary. It's legendary.
Probably the best ever.
They have clouded him. And look, I have nothing against LeBron. I think sometimes what is around him has elevated him and exalted him, and that's fine. He has controlled his narrative through the years. But here's what we know. Here's what I know about LeBron. He cannot consistently hit free throws. He is not 80 and up. He's not an 80+ guy. He's not. Is he a 20, 10, and 5 guy? Sure. Cool. But he needs help. And he has enough influence in the league today, presently, that he has been able to acquire the help that he needed to win where he had to go, where he went. That's what I know about LeBron James. That's not a knock. That's just LeBron knowing that, look, I've been in this league long enough and I've got the kind of control and power that I can maneuver it to make it work for me and my career. Cool.
But America, we want y'all to chime in. Tell us who the fuck y'all got. Who is the better leader? Not better player. Don't get into all that shit.
Chris Paul.
Who's the better leader of
Chris Emmanuel Paul. Chris Emmanuel Paul.
Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me across all social media platforms. Like the videos and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.